As we head into the colder months, there's growing concern about the challenges pensioners in the UK will face due to the recent changes in government policy and the rising cost of living. Charities are sounding the alarm that many pensioners may be forced to endure harsh conditions, even resorting to extreme measures like going to bed in hats and coats just to stay warm. This warning comes at a time when energy prices are set to rise again, exacerbating the financial strain on millions of households. One of the most significant changes this year is the means testing of the winter fuel payment, a benefit that many pensioners have relied on to help manage their energy costs. Previously, this payment was available to all pensioners, but now only those who qualify for pension credit or other means-tested benefits will receive it. This change is expected to cut off over 10 million older people from receiving up to £300 that would have helped them cope with the increasing energy bills. For pensioners like Brian Jones from Durham, the loss of this payment is a severe blow. Brian and his wife have already had to make difficult choices, such as replacing their gas oven with an electric one to save on costs and cutting back on essentials. The rising prices have made even basic purchases feel like luxuries. Similarly, Libby Romaine from Wiltshire, who is just above the eligibility criteria for pension credit, expressed feeling totally cheated, worthless, and sick due to the government's decision. The situation is particularly dire, given that the energy price cap will increase in October, raising the annual energy bill for a typical household by £149. While this still leaves bills slightly lower than last winter, the cost is significantly higher than pre-pandemic levels, making it difficult for many, especially pensioners on fixed incomes, to manage. Charities and advocacy groups like Age UK and the End Fuel Poverty Coalition are urging the government to reconsider its approach. They warn that the reckless plans will push more pensioners into fuel poverty, leaving them vulnerable to the cold. Caroline Abrahams, charity director at Age UK, highlighted the potential for severe impacts on pensioners with low or modest incomes, especially those with health vulnerabilities. On the other side of the debate, some argue that the winter fuel payment was poorly targeted, and that the funds could be better allocated to those most in need. Citizens Advice pointed out that many households struggling with energy costs include younger people, those on low incomes, or families with children who are more likely to experience fuel poverty. Despite these arguments, the reality remains that many pensioners are either unaware of or unable to claim the benefits available to them, such as pension credit, which could unlock additional support. It's estimated that around 880,000 low-income pensioner households who are eligible for pension credit currently do not claim it, missing out on an average of £3,900 annually. As we brace for the winter ahead, it's crucial for pensioners and their families to check their eligibility for support and to take advantage of the resources available, like the government's online pension credit calculator and helplines. However, the broader issue of whether the government's current strategy adequately addresses the needs of vulnerable pensioners remains a contentious and critical question. The decisions made in the coming weeks and months will determine how many of our older citizens can afford to stay warm and healthy this winter. Stay subscribed for more videos.